Well, what do we have here then? Howdy, everybody. What is crack-a-lacking? How are we all doing? Great to see you all. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back, Dave. We missed you. Save Crypto had a singing Come By out of his guitar for USA openings. But other than that, it was really good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Yeah, Save really held the fort down, didn't he, while I was away? I believe he did a superb job. So yeah, big up, Mr. Save of Crypto, absolute legend. Nick, how are we doing, mate? Great to see you. And yeah, thank you for everyone joining today. I am, unfortunately, facing some camera difficulties today, which is why I was late on stream. I'm not too sure, because this is my first stream back. I'm not too sure what is going on with my camera, but it's not working, so hopefully I can get that fixed for tomorrow. I should have maybe tested it this morning, but I didn't think that I would have any issues. So yeah, hopefully I can get that fixed for tomorrow's stream. So yeah, you'll just be back with my voice today, but that's good enough, I hope. Yeah, Nick, how are we doing? Oh, Justin, how are we doing, mate? Great to see you. I'm back. Gongsy says afternoon, Dave. Good afternoon, Gongsy. Yeah, my camera's not working. Don't know why. Camera's not working. I can't seem to get it going, so I'm gonna have to have a fiddle around with it. I don't know why, because I haven't done anything to it since I went away. But it just it doesn't seem to be loading. So yeah, hopefully I can get that sorted for tomorrow. And then we can be rolling back with the face cam on stream. But today, you'll just have to put up with my DM pics of fan. What, you want to see my squashy? You want to see my my tan lines, my yellow to pink? Not yellow to pink, white to pink. I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can do that. But yeah, let's see how many streams did Mr. Save do. Let's see. He did quite a few, I believe. Make sure you come and have a look at these latest videos that have gone up on the channel as well. Let's see. How many did he end up doing? He did quite a few there, didn't he? Yeah, look at all these. Some really nice views on some as well. Really, really nice. So yeah, big up Saver Crypto. Hope you all enjoyed his company. Obviously, we'll have him back on stream tomorrow. He'll be back on stream with us tomorrow. As usual, picking up the Wednesdays again. Justin is away on holiday now. He's obviously in the chat at Legend. But he will be back with us in a few weeks. We are kind of cross paths where I went away and then he went away. So we'll cross paths again probably the middle of August time. So we'll hopefully have some really, really good first stream back with Justin whenever he's back on. And obviously see what the state of the market is in come probably another 3.5 weeks time-ish. Something like that, I imagine. So it should be fun. So we'll look forward to that. But yeah, Justin, mate, I hope you have a very nice holiday and break. And yeah, for you fine people, you're stuck with me now. So hope you're going to enjoy it. But yeah. Well, I suppose there's no point covering the whole of Bitcoin because obviously Save will have been following it while I was away. But obviously, just a quick recap: Stonksy is still green on the weekly, which puts us at a 400% gain, which is just over a 5x, which is good. So that works extremely well. We're still in there. Now, what I will say is, for those of you obviously looking, we did come mighty close to the top of the channel there, of the top of the inner channel. And that is where obviously we got some absorption from on the last weekly candle. So ping and then back down. I'm currently holding well. We could quite easily see Bitcoin's highest ever weekly close this week, couldn't we? And we are obviously coming towards the tail end of the month too. So we could in turn see its highest ever monthly close. If we look at the monthly, as long as we don't drop back below pretty much the monthly open, isn't it? We obviously had the highest ever monthly close in June, which obviously reflects to July's open. As long as we don't drop below there, we will put in Bitcoin's highest ever monthly candle. But we definitely could see a highest ever weekly this week, should the price keep up. Now, if we go and have a look at it on the hourly, you can see pretty much very easily that Bitcoin's in a phase of consolidation now. We are just chilling, bouncing around. Yes, I do. How are you? Can you check Pumpcoin? I can, yeah. I've not. Do you know what, Siobhan? I've not looked at Pumpcoin at all since it launched. So let's go. We'll take a look at that next because obviously that'll be an interesting one. I think, just memes in general, obviously, in quite an interesting place, aren't they? But, you can look down towards here. Obviously, we've got demand coming in down here. Pretty much exactly where Stonksy has got these two SR lines through. So you can see, obviously, one here. And you can see resistance here. So, yeah, that is pretty much supply and demand currently. support and resistance coming in there. So if you want to use the boxes, if you want to use Stonksy's SR lines, if you want to use your own SR lines, whatever it is you want to use, you know, pretty much wedged between around 120k and down towards 116, and that is currently the range that we've got trading on Bitcoin. Now, we have had obviously one attempt at a breakout, which was a fake out, back in, and we're just chugging away. Now, we've not spent too long in here so far, have we? You know, since we come up here, we've spent only a matter of 11 days. Now, we know how long Bitcoin can go on consolidating for, so whether we break this in July, I do estimate sometime in July. Now, whether it's a full breakout or not, I don't know. But I do estimate sometime in July, we will either, you know, pop up again here, or we'll pop down below and maybe come and sweep all this liquidity here. Or obviously in turn go for the upside. Now, if we do pop to the upside, you would say there's nothing really much holding it back from then starting to push on back towards the all-time high, is what I would say. But, you know, with another, what have we got, about another 9 days to go in July, you would estimate, would we have compression of 9 days price action here? We could do. You know, we've seen it before. We've definitely seen Bitcoin compress in a couple of percentage range for a long period of time. But I think coming in towards the month end would make sense to obviously wipe out one of these sides, if not both. So we could see that. And in terms of Bitcoin, that is pretty much it, isn't it? You know, the more exciting stuff has been altcoins, particularly this past week or two, with ETH garnering strength. Obviously, a few other ones. You know, Solana was really going for it yesterday, wasn't it? We have a look. So ETH is roundabout back up at 3,700. Sol is up that $200 mark now. So let's see Sol, because obviously we drew out Sol very clearly, didn't we? And as you can see, Sol has behaved exactly how we thought. So we had, if we just get rid of these here. So if you look at Sol, I don't know if anyone mapped this out, maybe in the streams or what, but obviously I've not touched these charts since I've been away. Oh no. Get that back on. There we go. It has worked like a charm, hasn't it? It's worked like an absolute charm. So as you can see, where we drew support out, obviously fixed, never dropped below. We came into the first area of interest, powered through, and then flipped to support here and here. So that worked well. We also then came into obviously this area, which there's then resistance, follow through. And then we did obviously come up to the 180 mark, which again was resistance, and then there's your follow through. And now we're at the upper end. So if we go to something like the daily chart and have a look, we are still green on the daily, which is fantastic to see. But now we are at kind of that daily liquidity zone here, where we've got obviously all these wicks coming in here. There's undoubtedly, you know, liquidity clear above here and here. But, you know, this area here where supply was coming in on the daily, where it was just being rejected, then obviously sold off eventually. So we're at this kind of pivot point now, where I think, you know, we could either see, if we go to the daily, I think here would make sense. So from here on, let me just draw that. So we've obviously got clear SR all the way up and down. Here now is a key piece of SR, in my opinion anyway. I think if we break above here, and particularly around the 210 level, we could definitely move towards 230. From here, obviously back down towards the 180 range would be an SR test and something you would look for a bounce from. So I think that's pretty straightforward, looking at Sol, looking at how it's behaved, obviously how it's moving. But also, you know, if we go to the 4-hour chart, you can see exactly how we was thinking it was going to move. As we were looking at it on stream, it moved exactly. You know, held down here, didn't it? Pushed up, came into here, followed through. Obviously, it was resistance at first. Then there's your follow through. There's your resistance up at the next SR zone. There's your retest for an SR flip. Again, resistance, retest of support, follow through. And again, there's your expansion. There's your retest of this level. So again, it was just level by level, so easy. It was just level to level. There's your retest of that. There's your resistance on this big level. Came back down, and then pretty much easily just cut through it like a knife through butter, and it's just been bang straight up towards 200. There we go. Thank you very much. Take that every day of the week, and we are still green on the daily, on the hourly as well, which is great to see. Morning. I'm hoping for a little pullback on Sol to that 180-ish before it breaks 200. Yeah, well, definitely. I think BPN. It's definitely in my analysis. You know, if we fail to break this kind of 200 to 209 region, pretty self-explanatory. We probably pull back for, you know, a clear test from the upside of 180, and then look for a bounce. If I zoom out, you can see it here. Already got it drew on, and I think if we clear, just, you know, if we just laser, just clear 210, I think up to 230 would make sense from there. So again, you know, we've moved through the levels, haven't we? It took a long while. It took ages. It felt like it took a long while, but you know, each level that we outlined, moved through one, moved through another, moved through another, moved through another. So we'll just keep doing it, and we'll just keep, you know, obviously outlining. Stonksy's green on the hourly. He's back. Don't worry, Dave. Crypto did nothing whilst you were gone. I did. I think whilst I was gone, it was when Bitcoin absolutely rallied, wasn't it? I think I was off when we got the all-time high run and stuff, and ETH. But I suppose it's back to now consolidating, isn't it? It's back to now consolidating, so we will see. But yeah, Thingio wants me to look at Pump. Let's go and have a quick scan through memes, see what memes are doing, obviously, with the Sol strength today. But, I mean, yeah, not really. Maybe Sol wrestling back some of that market share from memes. Obviously, for the ones that are on Sol anyway. But, yeah, let's have a look at Pump. So, what is the ticker for Pump? Is it just this? That's not it, is it? Is it? Could someone let me watch the ticker for Pump? Hang on. Is it just Pump or is it Pump Fun? Pump. Oh no, this is it. No, this is it. Okay. Right. Yeah, right. So what I would say, I mean, something like this, it's pretty hard in it, because we'll turn Stonksy off for a minute, because there's not really anything to show, is there? Because there's not really any previous price history or anything formed so far. So these can be very, very tricky, especially for something that launched with such a high valuation. It launched with a massive valuation, didn't it? A market cap. Now, these things can just drop and drop and drop. So we don't really know, do we, where it's going to drop to. Now, if we have a look, it's currently at a $1.32 billion market cap. So it's got like a 30% drop in it before it runs to a $1 billion market cap. So, I mean, this doesn't really make any difference. It's just like kind of a key pointer, isn't it? That would obviously take it down to around 2.5, which would put it at $1 billion market cap. Now, these guys have got a lot of money. The thing to remember about Pump is these guys have got a huge amount of money. And I do probably think at some point they might run it. Now, whether, I don't know, they raised a huge amount of money off the ticker as well, didn't they? I think, was it like $500 million that they raised or something? So I suppose, really, they could looking at it and say, do we actually want to pump this, or do we want to just let it do its thing? I don't know. But I think if you look at something like this, especially, you know, a new ticker, if you go and have a look at something else, now this isn't really correlated because this is obviously attached to like a proper, you know, you would call Pudgy Penguins probably a proper project, wouldn't you? But I mean, this thing has just moved insane. But if you notice, upon launch, it literally did just bleed out, didn't it? So it launched, got its pump, and then just bled out for months and months and months and months. Now this thing is just incredible. From the bottom there, it's up a whopping 850%. That's almost a 10x. Wow. What a crazy movement that's had. But as you can see, these things can just bleed out and bleed out and bleed out. And, you know, sometimes you think, okay, is this the bottom? Is this about consolidating? It's consolidating? No. Okay. Is this the bottom? As the bottom rate? No. Is this the bottom? No. So you can just end up chasing bottoms on these types of things. And unfortunately for things like this, there is literally kind of no flooring aspect because there's literally no price history. There is no price history at all for us to go and say, okay, well, there's support there. Often these things will bottom along with the market. Now, given Bitcoin's position and the position of the rest of the market, it's kind of hard to say that because the market's already kind of in a good place in itself, isn't it? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to say about it. I mean, if we go from the top to the bottom so far... Oh, doing it the wrong way. I mean, I don't even know if this would work or not because there's not really anything. I mean, if we go from the top to the bottom so far, the point, to the downside anyway, we'd have a retracement to the 618 of 1291. I don't think there's really any point in taking notice of that. I don't know. I would say just be careful. Yeah. There's just nothing. Like, I wish I could give you like a magic area. Now the thing, like, so when you get things like this, when it builds price history, you know, if we pick something like, I don't know, peanut or something. Have I got much on that? I haven't looked at these in ages. But you know, peanut, you know, obviously bled out, but then it come back into, you know, a zone of interest, didn't it? Come back into this impulse here. If you want to look at anything else, whiff. I know obviously Justin marked this out from when it was all the way up there, but you know, again, where it bottomed, it came in right back into this point of interest here, this consolidation, this origin of bang, you know, perfectly retested, and then okay, off it goes. So, yeah, I think wouldn't hedge your bets in it. And as for a bottom, I really don't know because I don't know the tokenomics behind it either. I don't know what price people got in at the private sale. I don't know how many tokens have been released. I mean, does it say here? How many tokens are we on? So it's only around a third issued as well, isn't it? It's only around a third issued, 35.4%. So plenty of tokens to still come into effect as well. Pump ticket is rugged. That is, I bought 4.3. Well, to be honest, you're not far away, Shivan, to be fair, from where your entry is. So your entry is 4.3. I mean, you are down, but you're not terribly down as it stands. I mean, it wouldn't take much for it to get back to 4.3. Now, obviously, you don't want it to go down any further, do you? But, you know, for say these guys, you know, for anyone that bought in and around, you know, say 6.5 or the 5 or wherever, you know, you're down a pretty handsome chunk there, aren't you? Where currently your drawdown is 12%. Now, like mentioned, you know, obviously these things can just bleed out for quite a while and obviously suffer some time-based capitulation before money gets around it and goes, okay, let's send this. So with the money that they've got, I wouldn't be surprised to see it do this. And I also wouldn't be surprised to see it do this. And then at some point just go bang, bang, bang. Kind of like what Pengu's done. So I don't know which one we'll get. But yeah, it's hard to read them. It's kind of hard to read them. I mean, you can't. Where it's getting kind of low time frame resistance from is obviously right on the bottom of this wick. So you could use this as a potential marker, to be fair, maybe. Obviously, we had this bottom tick, which marks, obviously, its all-time low. Then we dropped below that, and then obviously been smashing into it. Resistance. It's looking like it's going to regain. So if it regains there, you could potentially say, okay, well, you know, I'm using that as a marker. I don't want it to obviously drop below here again, or I don't want it to drop below that point again, whatever it may be. Someone launched Dump after Pump rugged, and it did well. I bet it did, yeah. I bet it did. D-Fizzle says, welcome back, homie, missed you. I don't know what charts will say, but my autism has targeted AMP for a schlonghold. Hey, D-Fizzle, how we doing? Yeah, just also for anyone that's joined, I do apologise about not having my camera on today. I came to put it on, and it's just not loading up. So I will take a long look at that after the stream and hopefully get it back working for tomorrow. I'm not too sure what's up with it. But yeah, hopefully camera should be back on for tomorrow's stream. Just for anyone that's joined, please do make sure you drop a like as well. Go and drop your likes. Get your likes in. Why on earth would anyone even consider supporting a bag of star like Pump? Yeah, I mean, they've took a lot of money out of the industry, haven't they? Which, you know, fair play. People used the platform, they collected the fees, fair play. But for the amount of money that they made to then go and raise the amount of money that they did is obviously smart business on their end. If you can do it, why not? I mean, who says no to £500 million? But yeah, it is pretty wild. So yeah, I don't know what the long-term future of this is. I haven't got a clue. I really don't know. So you're saying AMP, our good friend D-Fizzle, is saying his autism, which I'll use as a loosely phrase. That was his words, not mine. If you are, mate, only means that you're extra cool. That's all it means. So AMP is actually still wedged. Do you know what? I don't know when we looked at this. Not got a clue. Not got a clue when we looked at this. Must have been a while ago, or God knows. It's still wedged here, innit? This is, for me anyway, what I would consider the weekly range. We did come back and test it in June, and held down here as support. So obviously big up that. But in terms of the weekly, for me anyway, I mean, yeah, just moving between these two boxes. And then the explosion out of there, as we've seen a couple of times. So you can see the pattern, can't you? Consolidation, boom, up towards, and it's up towards, a pretty similar level, hasn't it, the past two times? Very fast move to the upside, and then obviously bleed down, back in with here, consolidation. When you break above, bang, there we go again towards the same level. So, I mean, can we get a third time? What I would say, I mean, yeah, you clear this box for a weekly close. Let's just call it like 0.05-ish. And here, as you can see, this got out of it, but then weekly close not there. Whereas weekly close, as you can see here, weekly close, they're pretty identical moves, aren't they? You can see here, the first go obviously cleared the pathway, but then didn't close above. This one closed above, and then just bang, just insane rally afterwards. So I think if you get a day, a weekly close, whatever goes on with these candles, you want to see it close above the weekly is what's key. But then, can we get it a third time? Just bang, and then that would just be like a perfect W, wouldn't it? That would just paint a perfect W. So something to keep an eye on, I think. But yeah, I would say, between these two grey boxes is the weekly range, and then, for breaking the range, you want to clear, say, 0.5 on a weekly close. Obviously, not getting trapped into a move like this, or this. These three candles that we've had. You want the weekly close, as we saw here, and as we saw here. So that's what I would say. But I would say, whatever type of centers it is, D-Fizzle, that is telling you this, I would say you're probably onto a winner, mate, should it obviously do that. Because the two times that it has, it's obviously just been very fast, very thin, like 2.5x. Bang, there we go. Thank you very much. So, yeah. I can't remember the last time I looked at this, though. Hey, Jeffy boy, how we doing? How was the vacation? Yeah, it was good, mate. It was good. Nice and relaxing. It was nice and relaxing. Had a fun time, relaxing time. It was good. SMFC, House of String, it's going well. It's going well. It's going well. We are loving it so far. Looked at Bitcoin. What have we looked at so far? Bitcoin, Sol, Pump, Amp. I think that's it. Was it an easy move? Oh, I didn't move house. I was on holiday, Florin. But yeah, thank you for the welcome back. Has anyone else had the same issues I have, SMFC? With what? With what, Jeff? Issues with what? Do let me know in the chat and hopefully we can get that sorted for you. But I mean, yeah, I suppose we should go and look at ETH next, probably, shouldn't we? We should probably go and have a look at ETH next, which we will do. But yeah, let me know in the chat what you'd like me to look at. We'll look at ETH next. But yeah, Jeff, what is the issue that you're suffering with, mate? Let me know in the chat and hopefully we can get it sorted. I mean, ETH is pretty... so we've got all this going on, haven't we? We might need to just clear this out, to be fair. Tell you what we will do is... Got a good look at ETH, actually, on... the CSE newsletter, so let me pull that up actually, and then we can have a look at that alongside obviously looking at ETH. So let's just do that, shall we? Let me get rid of that. Quit. Let's pull this up. Are we going? Is it? Are we moving? There we go. So, will Link hit 21 bucks so I can get? Don't tell me. Are you still holding that, Gongsi? Don't tell me. Are you still holding that trade from like months ago? Are you? Oh, mate. That's incredible. I can't believe you've held on to that. That's incredible. Is it the same one? Issues with BLOFIN kicking him due to his region. All right. Sold my Aero, now looking for a juicy exit on Dupe. Think you could look at that one? Yeah, we can do that. I've not seen anyone else mention it though. No, to be fair, sometimes I got like... Sometimes it would pop up for me. It hasn't happened in a while, but sometimes it would pop up for me saying... This region is not thingo, and then I'd just go off the app, close it down, reopen it, and then it'd go away. 7 months. Mate, you should have closed it. I remember telling you on stream as well, didn't I? And I mean, it's no good telling you now, is it? I mean, yeah, obviously in hindsight, it's great. And it's, oh, you should have done this. But I think, wasn't it like... Was it $21? Was it $21 you was in from? Oh, I thought it was like 90. I thought it was like 19 or something. I mean, yeah, this TA is still coming true, innit? We're stuck at this region here now. So we want to clear this zone. And then, yeah, obviously enter towards 25. From what I'm seeing on here anyway, what I've drawn out ages ago. Anyway, we'll go and have a look at ETH, but we'll use the CSE newsletter because that did go out today. If you aren't subscribed, you can do it on the CSE website. And of course, me and Spud put this together, so done it all. But ETH, obviously, very straightforward on ETH for me anyway. Is this huge resistance area around 4K. That needs to be cleared. Clear 4K/4.1. And then, the route to all-time high should be pretty. I mean, given, you clear a huge resistance like that, you shouldn't really find much on the way to stop you, at least, embarking on a rally towards the all-time high. To the downside, I haven't really looked at anything TA-wise that much in depth. So I used the yearly open as a marker, which I think would probably be a good one if we go and have a look at it. So let's go and have a look at ETH. God damn it, I haven't checked this in ages. And much like Sol, looking at Sol with what we drew out, moving into obviously moving into before it went off, pretty the same, wasn't it? We cleared this zone here, we went into here, we then cleared that, obviously retested it for support. There we go. Then channeled on all the way through to 3,300, and that was that. So yeah, nicely outlined. I mean, I wish I'd have traded all this. It would have been great. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, I mean, for me, if we go and have a look at it, like drawn on there, what we're doing now. What I will say is this zone here, I think there is potential, in my opinion anyway, for a huge trap to be built. Now, what I want to do is I just want to get rid of all this down here and clean it up a bit. So we'll leave kind of that there. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of a lot of this. So I think, much like how I've drawn here, I think there's also the potential for, obviously, ETH to clear this and, embark towards all-time high. But I think there's also the realm for coming out and clear, because you can see here we've got clear equal highs, haven't we? We've got equal highs, you've got just a huge build-up of liquidity. I think there is the potential for a push up into, say, clear this 4.1, push up into like 4.2, 4.2 and a half, consolidate, trap people, and then really rip it down. I think that is one potential that is definitely worth keeping an eye on. Because if it breaks above and just, the strength comes in, similar to what we've seen here. So if we go back to the hourly, you can see, can't you, the strength, if we just start chugging, burning straight through it all, there's probably the option of that is probably not high. But if it gets above and just starts stalling and rounding off and no follow through and just going sideways, and even then start to show signs of weakness, there's a potential for this to just be, one big bull trap potentially for a really harsh rip down. What does everyone think on that? Whoa. $18 I got in. I just can't swallow the fees. Right. Okay. Yeah. So you want 21 to kind of break even. Guess who's back? I am back. Yes. To make sure you all go and drop a like on the stream, please do go drop a like on the stream. And yeah, if you are wondering why my camera isn't on, I couldn't seem to get it going today for some reason. Couldn't seem to get it going. So I'm going to take a look at that after the stream and should hopefully, fingers crossed, I imagine, all fine for tomorrow's stream. So should be back on camera tomorrow. So yeah, we'll live it up then. So Stonksy needs $21 to swallow his fees for him. So we'll go and have a look at Link next. We'll go and have a look at Link and see if that is possible at all. But let me know if you agree with this. What are your thoughts on ETH? Obviously, monster run so far. But yeah, I think either this or obviously just full blown rally towards all-time high. Maybe obviously then new all-time highs. I think there's the potential for both. All right, let's look at Link anyway. But yeah, I hope everyone's been great. Hope everyone enjoyed the company of Mr. Save. He did a superb job. Big up Save with Crypto, absolute legend. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed his daily streams while I was away. So let's go and have a look at Link. Let's see what we've got. I haven't looked at it in a while, so maybe we can clear some of this off. But yeah, so we are into now this key region here, aren't we? Which we did think, clear this blue box. And look at, I tell you what, not too shabby for myself. I mean, not too shabby. I wish I would have traded all this. Again, if I'd traded all this on Link, Sol, ETH and everything, it would have been great, wouldn't it? But I was literally away. The whole move. I'm not joking, right? As soon as I went away, that's when the market started moving. Like, literally, look at it. This was the day of my last stream here. Tuesday the 8th. That was my last stream. And then I went away. And it literally just went full-blown bonkers, just non-stop. But we did plan it out pretty good. Level to level again, like on ETH, like on Sol. But we are at, obviously, a key inflection point now of this $19 to $20 region, in my opinion anyway. Obviously, you can see here where daily supply came in with the suppression. However, when you look at it on the daily, I think what's pretty clear, let me get rid of all this, just trying to neaten it up a bit. I think what's pretty clear is, so that will be a good SR test, again, if we get it. We did test it there. Is if we do clear this region, I mean, really, I don't see really like any reason why it can't go in towards $25. So I don't know whether you'll have the nerve to hold it, Gonksy, past 21. But I think, why not? Why not come fill all this in? It was a fast move down, fast move up. Why not? Probably will rely on, obviously, ETH pushing up again and, keeping the altcoin market frothy. Sol is doing a turn now up to 202. But I think, if we can clear this if you clear $20, I'm thinking if you clear $20 on Link, we are green on the daily on Stonksy as well, which has caught all the move. So yeah, we'll see. But I think why not? Could even come into here, couldn't it? It depends on how strong it is. It could even come in towards 26, 27. But I mean, yeah, notably strong move on Link, and yeah, very nicely played for those of you that played it. SWC knocked it out of the park. They were very good streams. Yeah, I believe so. Really good. And yeah, we'll have him back on stream tomorrow as well. Back on stream on the Wednesdays. Yeah, I couldn't listen live, but it helped to have it playing in the background while I was moving. Ah, nice. Anyone else looked at Syrup? No, but I believe you look at that quite a bit, don't you, BPN? Welcome back. I heard you just bought a castle in Scotland. Is that right? I wish. That'd be my dream. It'd be my dream. I'd love a castle, and I'd love to live in Scotland. I don't think I would, actually. It's a bit far. It's not far, but I'm a home bird, me. You see, RN and everyone else. I'm a home bird, so I like my creature comforts and I like being around the people that I know and my area and stuff. I'd tempt with going maybe a bit further afield, maybe an hour in some form of direction. But yeah, if I could have a castle where I live now, yeah, that'd be awesome. Simon, how we doing? I think 4,000 to 4,100 profit taking on in ETH before it fires up to 6,000. Yeah, definitely could see it. I mean, it's a huge blockage in it. It's a huge blocker. That 4,000 to 4,100 region is huge, and I think definitely for me anyway, it will either. I mean, it's not really anything remarkable. Is it saying up or down? I don't think it's anything remarkable saying up or down. Anyone can see that. But I think once you clear these highs, the importance of clearing these highs will then show, okay, like what kind of move is this? Because if we clear these highs, come and take all the liquidity, and then it starts to just consolidate and trap people. And then key thing is if it drops back below. If it drops back below like 4,100, I think the pullback could be pretty nasty. Now, I'm not saying it's going all the way back to 3,300, by the way. I was just drawing a narrow down. But then, alternatively, we could see what Bitcoin did when Bitcoin broke the all-time high and just went up. Obviously, this isn't breaking its all-time high, but in terms of the importance, this is it, innit? I think, to get from here to here is only a 20% move, where clearing here is obviously, 1, 2, 3 huge points of supply. So, yeah, nothing too groundbreaking saying up or down, but I think the reaction once clearing 4,100 into how ETH behaves will tell us a lot of, okay, are we now like liquidity clearance, trapping people for a rip down, or is it going to carry on up? So we'll soon see. I think we'll soon see. I think, that final move up there, why not? It wouldn't make sense to stop here, in my opinion, but yeah, there we go. So Gongsy, what are you going to do with Link anyway? Let us know what you're going to do, Link. Please do make sure you go and drop a like on the stream. It would be fantastic. I'll be back on Facecam tomorrow, hopefully, should I get the camera fixed, which I believe I will. Otherwise, I'll just order another one. So, it should be all good for tomorrow. But yeah, drop a like. We've got some great viewership today. Let me know what you'd like me to look at and like me to cover. We've got half an hour until US Open. So, I will get the old poll out. We've not done this in a while, have we? We've not done this in a while. And I think we should take a trade today as well. I think we should take a trade today for where Bitcoin's at. I think we should take a trade. Let's see what the accounts are. I think we left it at $101. So go vote in the poll and we'll see. We are coming up towards that point of resistance, aren't we? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 green candles in a row on the hourly as well, for anyone that doesn't know. 8 green candles in a row. I'm fancying potential just a, maybe a little short. What does everyone think? I think might not be what we're on poll wise. I think a short might be a decent idea. I would say short, but I'm wrong 90% of the time. Well, RN in that case, I think this should be the time that you're right. I mean, unfortunately, it's just dropped down like a couple of $100 on it. Thing is, I don't want to get caught on the liquidity clearance of the. Let's drop this down a wee bit. There we go. I should have picked one out the order book. Oh well. There we go. We're short anyway. I think it's a potential good place to hedge. How the daily stream spreadsheet looking lately? Oh mate, that's looking awful. It was just going dead bad, weren't it? Because we were following the poll, and it just kept getting stopped out. So we kept getting stopped out on it. But before I went off, we did have the winner, which dragged us back up a bit. But yeah, I mean, we've hedged that. We've hedged our bets. Let's hedge short. So. Yes, Wiz, how we doing? How we doing, mate? Good afternoon. Great to see you. I'm very well, thanks, mate. I'm very well. Glad to be back. Kept getting stopped out, so you stopped updating the worksheet. Hey, that's not true. That's not true, actually. Let's go and have a look. You, my friend, are very cheeky. So we left it, actually. Where we left it was... hang on. Where did we leave it? Let's see. I didn't stop updating the sheet. What's going on here? There we go. Right, let's see. Position history. Hang on. Let me refresh. I think we're having a bit of a lag out. Let's close that tab there. We don't have much data-wise this week, do we? All right, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's something to do with the time. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but we did get a gainer. We did claw it back a bit with. I can't remember if it was a long or a short. I don't know. I feel like it was a long. That we clawed it back with. But we used Stonksy with it. And if you want to know, actually, for those of you that want to know how I did it, it is actually in the latest video. So this one here that went up yesterday, trading profits with Stonksy. I did actually outline on this how we took the trade, because I remember we outlined it on stream, didn't we? It was a long. I remember it now. It was a long. Yeah, we outlined it on stream, and then I put the limit order in, and then it triggered, and then yeah, it was a long. I remember now. Yeah, so that's what we're in. Do you need any company? If you want to come on, mate. Do you want to come on, Wiz? You can come on if you want. I've not got my camera on today because we can't get it working. So if you just want to come on with your voice, don't go to any trouble. If you just want to jump on, mate, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, that'd be great. Don't worry, I'm just messing about. RN, don't you worry, mate. Don't you worry. I'll do anything to try and prove you wrong. Nothing is too much trouble to try and prove RN wrong. Don't you worry, mate. If you haven't already, please do go and drop a like on the stream. Let's see how many likes are on. I'm just getting back in the groove of saying everything. Needs to get back in the groove of saying everything. We're on 13 likes, which is good. Please push us up to 20, please. If you haven't liked, please go and do so. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you're watching on X, head over to the YouTube and sort all that out. Right, Wiz, let me ping this over to you, my good friend. Let me ping you over this link. Where are you? Jeff says Bitcoin walking up like someone is buying. Well, I think anytime you see like 7, 8, 9 green hourly candles in a row, I don't think it's not a particularly bad point to maybe have a little hedge short, which is another of my. I mean, we are pretty much at local resistance anyway, in my opinion, and in Stonksy's opinion up here. But also, yeah, you know, you can see we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be the 9th. Obviously we've got a lot to go through. We've got, you know, US Open and stuff to come now in this hour. But yeah, you know, you would say at some points it's due a red candle or a couple of red candles. So I think I completely agree. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you would like me to look at. 114,108 is my target. Is this for Bitcoin BPN? Boom. Right, Wiz is with us. Hello, my good friend.
Hello, hello. How are we?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm going to jump in and have a cheeky little short with you. I mean, by all means, nothing is financial advice on this show.
You're shorting, Dave.
I'm short, mate. Yeah.
Are you shorting?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a brave, brave man.
Why?
I think I'm at the point where, me personally, unless I'm like really aggressively scalping something, is I'm just sitting patiently waiting for some longs and buying some dips.
We just had 8 green hourly candles in a row, which could make it 9.
Is this on Bitcoin? What are you looking at for Bitcoin?
To the downside, I don't know. I don't know whether it will. It's at local resistance for me now as well. So it's at local resistance.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it would drift back down towards support. If we're just going to stay in this small compressed localized range. But if we did, that would be down to like 116.5, maybe even 117.
Yeah, I don't think we drop below that because that would be too easy a trade.
Yeah.
I think if I was being really aggressive, like as a sort of final last thing, I reckon that sort of 116 region. Even like the volume candle from the 10th, like 115, feels too easy to test.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's only it's on the trade, it's on the streaming account, so
Solid's ripping.
the Solid's doing wonders, isn't it?
Sol's
It's
on
like
a tear, isn't it?
taking over. Nick's just asked in the chat, Solana short. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be shorting it.
I would. I think the point of Sol. Let me go and have a look at it. I think the point of Sol short is potentially. Let me get it up. If you are going to have a little short on it, I think like 109/110 is potential risk reward, because for me that would be the point of if it breaks higher, it's going to zoom to like 230. So I think if you're going to short it, you want to short the clearance of this liquidity sweep here, which would be pretty much like 209, 210. That would then obviously decide if it's going to then carry on towards 230, maybe even like 235 for what I've got drawn out, or from there if it's then going to drop back down. But here at the moment, I think is potentially. I mean, don't listen to me. If you've got it going, then obviously as long as you've got your stop in place and you're happy with it, then by all means. I think it all depends, doesn't it? If Bitcoin takes if Bitcoin in the snow is to take a big massive turd, then it's going to drag everything down with it regardless. So you might be able to fit it in there. But yeah, at the moment, I don't know. It is in this region where I was expecting it either to halt or like at least this is the next pivot point for me. So this is the pivot point on either further expansion towards 230, 235, or this is the point of resistance and then a drop down potentially back towards 180 as worst case scenario. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What have we got? BPN says I'm still short from 122,500, but short BNB and Sol as well. Very nice entry on Bitcoin. And SPK, but closing today. Okay. Wiz, you better roar, says Jeff. You better do a roar for Jeff.
Roar. There we are.
Oh.
That good enough?
Oh. Jeff says it's only 2 green candles on the 4 hour. One still to close. Yeah, I suppose, if you're looking on the 4 hour, then, it's not that many green candles in a row at all, is it? I'm just looking on the hourly. And to me, that is literally just today, since obviously early morning, that is a shift in the localized range from support up to resistance in one quick swoop. So for me, the risk rewards there. Again, I've got the stop loss in place. I've got the idea in place, the thesis in place. So it doesn't really matter what happens, whether it gets took out at stop loss or we get to close in, take profit. The idea and the reasoning for the trade is there, so we've taken it. And also, it's obviously nice to take a trade on stream. So there we go. Yeah, Nick, I mean, I don't know. I think, it depends what you're using as well. To you, if you've got the idea that Sol's going to pull back, an entry of 203 or, 208 or something might not be that much if you're using, say, low leverage. It might not really be that necessary. So from that point of view, you might say, okay, I'm just going to fire it here. I'm going to put my stop wherever, and, you're happy with it, which is fine. I just think, potentially it could clear that then wicks, which would be around 209, 210, but also it could not. It could go down from here, and then you might be, if you've got the trade thesis and you think this is where I'm going to put my stop loss, I'm happy if I get stopped out, then there's nothing wrong with that.
The S&P got brutalized, didn't it, yesterday?
What did?
The S&P, did you see it?
I've literally hardly looked at anything since I've been away. Let's see.
I'm looking for my watches, and it is a bloodbath.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Absolute bloodbath.
Yeah, it was late into the session as well, didn't it?
Yeah, it tipped over on the edge.
Yeah, it hit a new all-time high, and then just rolled over. I want to have a look at so let's have a look at MSTR. I'm kicking myself because obviously I know I was talking about having some puts on this, wasn't I? Last week or sometime? And I'm kicking myself that I never, because you'd be in you'd have a decent amount of room now. Coin is looking like it's just tipped over as its all-time high and dipped back under. That's one that I'm contemplating. Like, I mean, I suppose it all depends on what you think is going to happen with crypto next at the end of the day. But that's another one I'm looking like, is the risk reward there to take something to the downside on this? And I think potentially it might be. But also it might not. It might not. We could easily see it just go bang. Okay, thank you very much. $500, price discovery, whatever.
It started running a bit, Dave, but a really interesting crypto stock is XYZ Block.
Oh yeah.
It's had quite a sort of aggressive move up because it got included in the S&P.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that.
But if you look at it on the weekly, it looks like an altcoin chart. You know what sort of we've been saying with Justin? It's where you sort of get to that area where it looks like it's about to sort of tip over.
So Block is Jack Mallers' company, isn't it?
Jack Dorsey, yeah. Jack Dorsey.
Oh, is it Jack Dorsey? Jack Dorsey.
What's Jack Mallers?
What's Jack Mallers' one? I can't remember what Jack Mallers' one is. Because he's obviously another big Bitcoin guy. Oh yeah. Because Dorsey has Square. Is it Square and Block?
So this was Square. So Square renamed to Block, and then it
okay.
Block, but the ticker's XYZ.
Yeah, I can't. If anyone knows the name of Jack Mallers' company, let me know in the chat, because obviously he's been talking about buying loads of Bitcoin too. I don't even know if his company is actually public or not. It might be private. Sol is now. Oh no, that's never mind. That's CME futures. But yeah, I mean, you look at it, don't you? It's in this weekly range that it's been in for 3 years now. It did test the range low, held, and I mean that is it's interesting. Obviously, this is like a Bitcoin related stock in it, and it's not performed anywhere near like the rest of them.
Yeah, I might have a look at some options on it.
Well, let me know if you do, because I would like to take some as well. Whatever you take.
I bought some high risk ones for this week. If you want those, they're very low cost but high risk. I bought some BTBT.
Okay.
One of the miners. It had a really aggressive sell off.
Yeah.
So I bought $3.50 calls. I think So I got $3.50 calls for expiry next week. It just feels like a gift. And my break-even price is $3.81, and it's currently $3.41.
Wow!
And I've got a week for it to get there.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely interested. Let me know after the stream. But yeah, I think
this week.
Yeah, this is fascinating. This, because I wonder why it's not ran as hard.
Been that sort of forgotten, but they do payments, so essentially it's like it's not.
Well, they have Cash App, don't they? As well? They have Cash App in their model. Cash App's in their model.
It's an interesting one, isn't it?
I just wonder why it's been left alone. I mean, obviously in the recent weeks it's been pushing, but in relative to it, if you look at it, once it breaks above that kind of, let's just call it $100 for argument's sake. You could quickly, there's your first stop at 140. There's 40% gain. Let me know if there's any interesting options on this that you would take, because this could be one where maybe just money rotates into it in terms of an interest aspect in Bitcoin. Maybe money rotates.
Interestingly, if you look, it might be clear if you take Stonksy off, but if you look at where the impulse was for the big run up, we're at that level.
Yeah,
you see it comes down and tests that level that we're currently at now before it sends.
Yeah,
Because it's a level that's acted as support, resistance, resistance, a little bit of support, resistance, and then breakout, and then it was support, resistance. It feels like the level we're on is pretty much bang on. Like, at least on the weekly, it looks like.
Yeah.
I
So this
probably
got
want a
added to
lower
the
entry
S&P, did
list.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, it got added to the S&P last week.
Well, it's funny that because obviously what happened with Coinbase when that got added to the S&P, it never really looked back, did it?
No.
Like, where was it that Coinbase got added in? Where's the gap up? Hang on, what am I doing here on the 1 hour?
What's that been ringing me for?
Where was the? Oh, it was there, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. Here was the gap. So that gapped up and then consolidated. It never pulled back down towards where it gapped up from, and then just obviously just went. So yeah, that is definitely interesting as well.
Oh, but yeah, how was the holiday then, Dave? How was it? You chose quite an interesting week to go away, didn't you?
I was saying that, yeah. Like literally, you can mark it on as soon as I went away. That's when the market started to move.
And then your first day back, I look at my watch list and it's just everything is red, -7%.
It's actually crazy.
Oh, it's all fun and games. But yeah, it's been quite a good week. I've not really done a whole lot of trading this week, if I'm honest. I've just been buying stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into the swing of things. Let's see what the poll's doing. And yeah, obviously catching up with the market, trying to anyway. Oh, look at this. SMFC says he's still holding his coin stock from $47, 763% up. Nutty. Absolutely nutty. Oh, so it's called, is it 21 shares? That is in it Perdita, I think, yeah.
Yeah, they've got the what's it called? Is it it's BitMine, isn't it? Is the other one. BitMine is the that's the Tom Lee one.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I bought some of that yesterday, Dave. BMNR. They didn't have it on futures, but I bought some BitMine immersion yesterday because it was down.
I think 21 shares. Is this it? 21? No. Let's ask Grok. We'll just get an easy answer off Grok. I don't know whether they're public or not. They might be private. Let's see what Grok's got to say. Strike and 21 Capital. Strike is not a public company, but it remains privately held with a valuation of 300 million following an 80 million funded in 2022. 21 Capital launched in April 2025 is a Bitcoin native company and has gone through SPAC merger with Cantor Equity Partners under the ticker XXI, holding over 42,000 Bitcoin in its treasury. Now let's take a look at that ticker then. XXI. So this is is that it? XXI, but that says XXII. This would be in it. Is it? No, that's not it. No, that's not it. I don't know where it is then. Maybe it's. Will it not have thingy then? Will it not be on there yet? Maybe. I don't know. While Strike is private, 21 Capital is a public company. Under the ticker XXI. Don't know. Can't find it, but there we go. That is what Grok is telling us anyway. So, yeah. Something interesting, but yeah, I find Block fascinating. I mean, what sort of... I mean, SMFC, what an entry on coin. What an entry on coin. They found an extra 1 million Bitcoin. Who had? Who found an extra 1 million Bitcoin? So yeah, what sort of would the premium be high? Oh, we've got hang on, we've got 1 minute to go. We have 56% of people saying up, so I'm actually counter trading the poll today. Would the premiums be high on trying to have calls on block? Do you think?
I'll have a look. When would you be looking for?
I don't know. I mean, by the looks of it, it looks like it's going to test the upside pretty soon, doesn't it? You would think within the next couple of months it would maybe either try and break out of this range or reject. Right, we are open as well. This is something we've not heard in a while.
Have you missed ringing the bell, Dave?
Greatly.
Let's have a look. XYZ.
I've greatly missed it.
So I guess, Dave, if I was looking, if you fancied a gamble this week, you can get so $79 calls are $1.26, $80 calls are 90 cents.
So what does
So
that
you'd
mean?
be looking. So ideally, you'd need, so for the $80 call, for instance, at 90 cents, so that would be, each contract would be $90. You would need a 2.42% move up to break even. But obviously, the closer it got to that, the more valuable your options would be. Let's have a look at, so if you go long dated, I mean, long dated gets quite expensive. If you wanted a $79 call with an $84 break even for the end of August, you're looking at $5.35.
Right.
Unless you played Lotto. Lotto might be the way to play it, actually. You know, where you sort of buy really high stuff that's well out of the money.
Yeah. Not really, but yeah. Bitcoin is coming down on US Open, so our short is 4% in profit at the time of we are live looking at this, 3.56% now. Yeah, so it looks like potentially, obviously, if things carry on this way, we could break these 8 hourly green candles in a row. What have we got going on in the chat? Oh, we've got the legend, the man, the myth, the legend. Save with crypto. Hope you haven't been. Oh, mate, I've only been saying good things. I've only been saying good things today.
Yeah, I hope you cashed it. I hope you cashed in some RXRX yesterday, Mr. Save, because it cooled off quite aggressively towards the end of the session.
Did it?
Yeah, but it looks quite bullish because it's back down at that level. So I might actually have another play at it. It's on that sort of 637 level.
Right. Yeah.
But everything's just open flat.
Yeah. Kevin's the legendary Dave back in the. Oh, mate, it's good to be back. Yes, Kev, how we doing? Easy, Kev. Easy, Kev. I've not said that in a while. Dump it. Come on, Sol. Sol 180 is waiting.
Sol's not having a 180 pullback.
Could do. Never say never.
Never say never. I've got on my chart, if we do have a pullback, so if I look on sort of the high time frames, if we do get a pullback, I've got a bounce level at 189. If we don't have that, I'm looking down at sort of like 172, 173 way.
Right, yeah. I've got 180 as the SR as well.
Yeah.
But
it feels, I look at Sol and it feels too easy to backtest that big impulse candle. Like at 180. It feels like if I was a market maker, I wouldn't give people that choice. I'd take it from sort of like 185 and above.
yeah.
I'll tell you, I did a lot of buying over the weekend, Dave. I wish I'd held on a few days actually, because I could have got some more bargains here. But What have I bought? I bought some FET. I bought some of your favourite Injective.
Oh, okay.
I bought a little bit of Optimism.
Yeah, I assume anything ETH related has been running quite hard. So obviously Link has ran hard. What else?
Yeah. Cow's really interesting. So on my chart, I have Cow at the pivot point. So I've got 45.27 marked out as a pivot point. If we gain that and hold, I think we then see quite explosive upside again. Celestia, that thing is starting to move up quite nicely.
Did you see the OM pump the other day?
No, what did? Oh, okay, interesting.
It did very decently, to be fair. Obviously, from when it started moving on Sunday, it ended up with a 70% pump, just like as it used to. Just out of nowhere. Just that started on early Sunday morning, and then obviously by Sunday night, so pretty much nearly 24 hours, it had pumped 70%, which is just out of nowhere. But it had consolidated, hadn't it? I remember me and Justin looking at it before I went off. And it compressed, consolidated, and that was probably the point of risk reward, to be fair. So, obviously, I mean, crazy fast pump up. Ton's doing very well today. Oh, look at that on Ton, actually, just in the last hour, 6%.
Oh, that's a news pump, surely, isn't it?
Yeah, that's got to be a news pump. Look at that. So that is, oh no, it's not. It's an 8% candle. It's an 8% candle on Ton.
Right, which one have you bought?
Yeah, Save with Crypto uses RX money.
Oh, I got properly bailed out yesterday, Dave.
Did you?
I've been banging the drum for ages and just sort of saying to people, put your tokens on the exchange and set your limit orders just in case you get done. Because it happened on comp. Have a look at BAL.
Yeah, I'll look at that now. I just want to cover Dupe quickly because I know someone asked for it before and I didn't do it. So Dupe for me now, obviously really nice run up, but it is at the point of SR. So if we go back and zoom out pretty much just on the daily, you can see this whole grey box here was very long time high time frame support. So all coming into here, tests. So we come up today and pinged it pretty much straight on the head. They're round about just below 70 cents. So that for me is really, obviously, first of all, fantastic move up, but the key pivot point. So if we reclaim here, then obviously we'll be looking for, expansion maybe back towards, obviously that looks like a good point there, about 84 cents and then up to 95-ish. Or obviously could round back off, but I think at some point, obviously, if this is just one big deviation, if Dupe does get back inside this range, then it reopens all that then. So yeah, nice on Dupe. And someone else, I can't remember who it was that asked for it, but yeah, I think that kind of 70 cents, 69 cents, 70 cents is the real key. Let's have a look at BAL. Oh my!
I had some TPs that were basically set at like February levels.
Yeah.
And I got clipped in them, which was nice. It gave me some cash to play with.
Oh,
today.
that must have been some nice returns on that.
Because I bought this, didn't I, when it got delisted off the exchanges?
Yeah.
So when Binance delisted it and it dropped off, was when I started buying some of the spot position on this. And yeah, I had my TPs set and just forgot about it, and it wicked in.
That is incredible. What was the cause of that?
I don't know. I assume someone might have just. It feels like someone's put in a big buy order somewhere. I'm still quite bullish on it, and I might have another nibble at it, but. Yeah, it just feels like someone sort of fat-fingered a very big... Unless, from a market maker perspective, they were trying to clear out that topside liquidity. Because I bet there was quite a lot of sell orders in that zone.
Yeah.
So I guess you probably at that point then, if you just sort of went a biblically long position, you could almost sort of, because you see these scam pumps a lot, don't you?
Oh, all the time. We see this all the it's always happening at some point, isn't it?
But it's cleared out a lot of the top side now. Like there can't be many shorts left standing in front of that because they'll have been wiped out.
Yeah, and also sell orders like you know, people who've had limit sells on. You know,
order book,
all got transferred into USDT yesterday. Because you look at it, and you know, if you're looking on a high time frame, that there is, you know, the pinnacle in it. That is the flat line of. This is, if you're looking for full mean reversion. I was a little bit lower. Yeah, that is full mean reversion for me anyway, around this 205. But you know, if you wanted to be safe, obviously further down, because you can start going above there, then obviously you're looking up towards like 250, then obviously up towards 2. So yeah.
Did Stonksy catch it on the lower frames?
Let's see. It did, yeah. It was, and it's had the 2, so it's had the first pump, then went into a little red for a while, and then caught this. I mean, that second one is just ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, how fast did it? Obviously, that's a 1 hour candle, but how fast did it actually go?
I think it was all over in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Wow, look at that. That is just like, basically 2 candles up. Third candle was obviously the peak, and then all the way back down. So yeah, literally 15 minutes, just done.
I bet whoever's manipulated that as well got the short order in right at the top.
Oh, that is wild, isn't it? That is crazy. What a move. What a move.
So that is why you always set limit TPs on your holdings when we're in bull runs, because you do not have time to. You do not have the time to sell. Like, you'll get a window of. Might be you get an hour window, it might be you get a day window, or it might be you have something like this and you literally get 5-minute window. You don't get long to sell your stuff because everyone else will be wanting to take profit on you.
Yeah, especially on the stuff that has had like an insane amount of downside and then is witnessing some upside, and then obviously like everyone's then trying to run for the door together.
That's what I think with Sol as well, that I think people probably need to be very careful about. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of Sol left. I sold a lot of my Sol when Trump did his meme coin, but I think it'll be very difficult to get near that 275, that 275, that 290 range, because I can imagine that just having the biggest sell wall. Yeah. Like, you look anything above that 260 mark, that is just going to be pure sell orders.
Yeah, it's like people who need trapped in it. Yeah, it's trap people and just generally. I mean, that is huge. I mean, that is basically like the 4K area on ETH. That is to Sol what 4K is to ETH. It's just a huge pivot point between separating it, going to all-time high, or just keeping it trapped below. I mean, I think this area will be slept on. I mean, if it manages to get itself to around 230, 235, I think that in itself could be a point of then, okay, right, that's done then.
Yeah.
For me, like, I think, this area here, you would front run people waiting to sell the hit of resistance up here.
I might say it now then. I don't think Solana breaks that all-time high.
No, I don't. I said this to Justin on stream, and I think he might have disagreed with me. I think he took the opposite stance, but I don't see the increased bullishness apart from the president launching a coin on the chain. Yeah. I think the only way for it to be topped is if it's literally just dragged up by the rest of the market. And that is obviously with Bitcoin running and stuff, like, unless it's forcibly dragged up by the rest of the market, then I don't see like the main catalyst to go, okay, bang this. Where ETH, because you've got this resurgence on ETH Bitcoin. ETH has been shat on for a couple of years. There's obviously, institutional demand and interest in ETH. And, realistically, it's not that far away from having that kind of parabolic run if it can get over 4K.
No.
Where Sol kind of already had that earlier in the cycle.
Yeah, I feel like Sol's sort of like, if you look at stuff from like a utility perspective, Sol sits at a really sort of strange point in the fact that now with all the L2s on ETH, etc., like it's not the cheapest.
Yeah.
And it's not the it's not got the highest throughput. It's not the cheapest. It's just got a lot of meme stuff built on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's something probably to watch out for on some of the other sort of high throughput stuff is like, where's the money come from? Because if you've got these really cheap networks, you need mega amounts of throughput to actually get anything out of them. And I don't think we'll see that. And that's something I think I like Say, but I think Say is also one that I can't see breaking an all-time high. BPM Mega. I got 8K ETH. I don't think ETH gets to 8K. In all honesty, I think ETH either doesn't break its all-time high, it tickles its all-time high, or it goes to 5K. I don't see a world where it goes above sort of like 5.5K. Just purely because of the amount of money that would be there to move it. Like ETH is, if you look at the market cap of ETH, it's mega compared to like what it's generating fee-wise, and the fees will be lower now anyway. It's not the most scarce asset, and like you're talking like tens of billions of buy pressure to move it up for.
Also, it depends what side of the wall you're sitting on with how high Bitcoin goes as well. I'm in the mind that kind of around the 130 mark would top it. So then, are we really going to see that amount of capital rotate out of Bitcoin into ETH? That's a serious amount of capital in it. It's not like last cycle when it sent it from a couple of $100 to a couple of thousand. Most of that was relatively easy, and a lot of that was drawn in by obviously NFT craze too.
So so for Ethereum to hit $8,000, that would give it a market cap of $966 billion. Wow. Like, Ethereum is not a $1 trillion asset. And this is the thing, even with the FOMO, is like you won't get retail money. Retail money wouldn't be enough to push something to nearly $1 trillion. Like, that would make it one of the largest assets in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking, obviously gold is by far one of the biggest, but like that basically puts it sort of around the Mag 7, doesn't it? $1 trillion.
Pretty much.
That's
it kind of really solidifies it as like the silver done it of Bitcoin's gold.
Let's have a look at what stocks are around that market cap. And then if you look at like the price to earnings, I know obviously in crypto it's slightly different, but yeah. Look at, so to put this into perspective as to sort of that market cap for ETH. So TSMC, one of the most important semiconductor manufacturing company, has a market cap of 1.07 trillion. Berkshire Hathaway is 1.07 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
Meta is 1.59 trillion, and Saudi Aramco is 1.6 trillion. So, like, yeah, it would make it bigger than Tesla, and it would also make it bigger than JP Morgan.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I can't see it. Super bullish on gold as well. Gold's having a nice run. I think gold is, I wouldn't be buying its spot hold here because it's run. Platinum's the interesting one. I think platinum's really interesting.
I've never really looked at platinum.
Hang on a second. I need to close an options trade, Dave. It's
holy shit!
I have just printed a god candle.
Was that one of the ones that you said about before as well?
Yeah. No, it was a different one. This is Target. I bought it last week.
Right. Bitcoin is now dropping below 119k again. It did have a little push up towards 119.5 following US Open, but it's now dropping back below. And it's looking like it's staying capped in this localized range. Prediction for ETH, guys. I mean, I don't really do predictions myself because I like to work off the chart, but I think for me there's two scenarios. It either tips over 4.1k to about 4.2, puts in a mega bull trap, and then just drops like a stone, and then that's it. Or it tips over 5k, does the same thing, and then drops like a stone. They're my two scenarios in my head.
Oh, fantastic. Right, back with you now, Dave. I bought some Target calls last week, and it had, I think it's just pushed up 3% and a bit on open. So I have just sold. I bought 6 of them, so I have just sold them for, I think, just shy of $1,000. Yeah, just shy of $1,000. Which I'd take that, given $1,000 profit as well. I'd say that's not bad, would you, Dave?
I would say that's fantastic. To be honest, I can do some with that. Please send some over my way. I really need to get in on all this because I've got a very expensive time of my life at the moment. I'm moving house, so I need all the shillings that I can get to build up again.
I may have sold a bit too early though. I sold mine at about 160, and my calls are now at 174. But this is what I love about options, Dave. It's up. So the options that I've just sold are up 338% today.
Yeah, I want to do some block ones. So, that is insane. Have a look at some block ones and let me know what we're going to do. Anyway, just to jump in a sec, Bitcoin is dropping pretty fiercely now, 118,600. That trade from the stream before in the stream is now up 11.5%. So congrats to anyone that jumped on that. If you did jump on that, obviously we are up only $11.66. But, relative to, if you're trading with $1,000 account on that, you'd be up $120, et cetera. So for anyone who did jump on the short, there you go. Obviously, do what you will to make your position less risky and stuff. But yeah, we're up to 13% now. So I think what I'm going to do... Oh, that is dropping pretty hard, actually. Is the S&P dropping the same? Yeah, the S&P's had a pretty horrendous hourly candle there. That is quite nasty. So Bitcoin, is dropping quite hard. So what I think we'll do...
Is there some news then?
I don't know. No, there's no economic news this week.
Yeah, because that would be the only thing. Because obviously, Target tends to move, given it's a sort of that discount store. Yeah, that tends to move. I was
speaking before, but I don't think it was like a major speech. I think it was just like a general one. But I've moved the stop loss down to break even now, so we'll let that trade run.
I'll tell you what to keep an eye on, actually. Sorry, it's just popped into my head. Yeah. It's beginning to roll over aggressively now on Nvidia. So Jason Huang said that he was going to sell 10% of his stock.
Oh, okay.
I was so annoyed. I was looking at it yesterday. Yeah, like Nvidia's down 3.5%, which probably explains the candle down.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that could be a driving force. I've put the take profit on this trade at 116,600, which would literally just be another play between support and resistance. We'd be going, obviously, we've hit resistance, rejected, going back down towards support, and literally back down towards where we was earlier today. So I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility, but our trade is risk-free now. So let me know in the chat, did you follow along? Did you jump in on it? If you did, hope you're enjoying a couple of shekels there. Couple of shillings.
This guy's being brutalized.
Nice trade, Dave. I'm up 200% on Sol short from open. Yes, BPN. There we go. So yeah, it's good. But yeah, I mean, I think we could just, I think we could maybe just keep chopping around here. But I don't think there's any urgent rushes, especially we're coming into August now. I think given the uplift in the market, we are going to get at some points of consolidation. So
this is a brutal sell-off on S&P. I tell you what, block XYZ block has just got a bit more interesting because that's just basically just retraced what it was up, wasn't it? 7% on open. That's gone.
has it?
Yeah, so I might have a look. I'm tempted to play some degenerate options. Do you is there oh, what's SBet? Do you remember that one, Dave? Sharplink.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh, the premiums on these are nuts. Yeah, it's not worthwhile. I might buy some XYZ though.
Do something funny.
Yeah. What is something you probably want something that's been brutalized today? I'm still looking at CoreWeave. Like once that sort of gets into my zone, the semis are rolling over though because SMCI is down 4, AMD is down 4,
Yeah.
RGTI down 5, Broadcom's down. So it seems the semis are rolling over, which is interesting for everything else because that would be a lot of money rotating out.
So we've had an interesting thing. Hugo has said the bill got announced and it's not looking strong.
That's probably what the news is, isn't it?
Yeah. But this big beautiful bill? Is that what you're on about, Hugo? This big beautiful bill. It's gonna really cause some damage. That I think over the next year, like America's financial situation is horrendous, and something is gonna crack and pop, and it's not gonna be pretty. Let's have a look at this XYZ. So trade options. So I want to trade some options, my good friend.
Yeah.
So I want to buy, and then so I buy call. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, you want to buy call.
So then, what do I want? What do I need to do?
Let's have a look. Sorry. So you buy calls and you want to choose a strike price. You probably want to choose. So what price you think it will get close or near to?
And what day should we be looking at here? Do you think? What day should we put the end of
the longer
August,
time,
or?
the longer out you look, the more expensive the premiums are.
Right.
It depends how degenerate you're feeling, to be quite honest.
I think $100 is not out of the realms of possibility. Do you?
I don't think so. No.
So what I find interesting is right. So where I'm on that now, it says $100 call, and then it says break even $100.75.
Yeah. So you've got so the break even is like what it is, including sort of like some of the fees and premium. So your break even prices.
But that wouldn't even be worth doing it for me then, would it? Well, if the share price is 78.80 cents, it wouldn't even be worth doing that, would it?
So you're essentially looking at. So which ones are you looking at? So you're looking at are you looking at 79 or are you looking higher up?
I was looking at $100 then.
You're looking at $100.
$100, yeah.
What, on the 25th of July or
Oh no, this is at the end of August.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. 29th of August, $100. Yeah, $100. Yeah, so 78. I don't think there's any sellers in that market.
Right.
So you could just stink bid it. I might play a risky one for this week, you know.
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do?
I might go for a lotto one, and I might go for this. I might go for the 83. and I might lowball my ask for 29. I'll get 2 of them. It's only $60. See if I get filled. See if we get a 6% move on block this week.
Yeah, well, if we've got anything like Bitcoin is dropping like a stone, isn't it?
What are the alts doing? Brutalized.
You closing at 116 or partial? Just closing it, because that would be down to the local. If it goes down there, that is. If obviously it's a big if. If it did, then that would just be it back down towards support in this local range. As you can see, we've got this local range pretty much here, and we're already nearly halfway there. So yeah, I think it could make sense, or we could reverse it. What do you guys think? Do you think I should leave this open? Do you think I should close it? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat, and I'm perfectly fine to do with whatever you guys think I should do. What do you think I should do with? Should I leave this open, or do you think we could see a reversal later on into the US session?
Which trade is this, sorry? What are you? Where are you long from?
I'm short from 119,302. With a take profit at 116,600.
Personally, I think just trail it. I think trail you stop.
Yeah.
That's what I tend to do. If I'm not sure, I'll just trail it.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what has been getting murdered. That Coincilium group. Wow, that is one of the ones.
The treasury stocks.
That's one of the ones that went from like $8, $9, $10 to 90 within like 2 weeks, and it's all the way back.
Did they announce that they're buying Bitcoin? Is this a treasury stock?
Yeah, I think it's one of the big ones though.
You know what's quite interesting then about that, as I read it, is potentially what they've done is, it wouldn't surprise me if the company's selling off, and they just use some of the money they get from selling off shares to buy some of their stockpile.
Yeah, I think. What's interesting is a lot of these companies they don't even have to buy any now. They're just announcing that they're thinking about buying. Or announcing they're going to buy at some point in the future, and they're just getting a massive pump off that.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I'd followed you in on that short now.
Oh yes.
I've got an Algorand long from the stream yesterday. Hugo gave me a banger of a trade yesterday. We shorted Doge. Closed that for 54%. Yeah, it is brutal. I actually think Nebius might be a shout. Might be a good day to do some buying.
Could be, couldn't it? I mean, it's making its way down there, Bitcoin. Let's have a look. Let's have a little scan through. But yeah, I think them Bitcoin treasury stocks are fascinating, really. ETH has took a bit of a hammering. So I think ETH, I think could probably be this region here, so down towards like 3,550. But I think the yearly open is something to watch as well, which is around 3,300 and something. Would be my estimate. Sol is getting hammered down to 197 now. So Nick, did you end up going in? Did you end up going in that Sol trade? But yeah, some alts. I mean, you used the word hammered.
For talking you out of it.
Yeah, I didn't talk him out of it. But yeah, some of these, you used the word hammered, but they've had very good upside moves. At some point, obviously, they need a correction / just flush. Speaking of which, did you see the Weeble move the other day? My God.
Yeah, it got brutalized, mate. It's been all over the place, hasn't it? It's had days and days where it's just been brutalized.
Yeah, but it had such a strong move up. It went all the way up to $17. It went obviously it went up to 15, come back down, then settled around 12, and then went all the way up to 17, just out the blue. I mean, I don't have any of it anymore, but I wish I did.
Yeah.
Robin Hood's getting hit pretty hard. I mean, yeah, if everything's taking a bit of a tumble, I think we probably close. I'm thinking we maybe close this out. We'll take the profit for today and come again tomorrow. There we go. So we're back up to $121 in the account. Close that out now. So we are making up for some of the damage that got done early on. I think it definitely could go lower though. But we're not playing with massive amounts, so we'll just bank that and take it on to tomorrow. And see what happens with that.
Yeah. Yeah, waiting to see what to buy, to be honest. What did you say? Robinhood? Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Robinhood's run pretty hard.
Yeah, Robinhood's ran very hard. Now, what's funny about Robinhood is it's approached that kind of key region in it, that triple figure region. I think it hit like 105 or something, didn't it? So, yeah, the S&P is being toasted.
It's being brutalized, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, look at Nvidia. Oh my God.
Oh.
That candle is awful.
Which one's this? Sorry.
Nvidia.
Yeah, Nvidia.
I'm Meta, but Nvidia. Look at the Nvidia one. I mean, Nvidia's
catch it on the low time frames.
We'll have a look in a minute, but I mean, considering where Nvidia bottomed out, that's basically a 2x, isn't it?
Yeah, we're in profit-taking territory.
Yeah, we are. We definitely are. And why not? Things have ran so hard. Things have ran so hard. Yeah, just looking through. There's nothing major. I think we could. I mean, Bitcoin's had a good absorption on that hourly candle now. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we're going to come with tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, I'm in two minds on whether everything is just approaching like a level of just so cooked, it's completely cooked, or whether there is more upside. I think if the S&P gets anywhere towards 7K, I think that is the point of this is now like fully like overstretched.
Yeah, 100%.
But I can't decide whether it's there yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we're at that point. And I think we're at the point where crypto's starting to decouple.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for stuff to buy. I want an opportunity. BKSY.
You're a buyer, aren't you?
BKSY, I'm waiting patiently for 1835. I might buy some more options here in case it finds a level of support. Because that's down 14%.
Yeah. Emmy says
Circles.
Pengu is strong. Pengu is ridiculous. Pengu is on. I mean, you look back at it, don't you? And Pudgy Penguins, such like a good brand and stuff like that. You do look back and you think, just a little gamble down at the lows and then It's already done like 10x. Unbelievable.
Do you know what I wish I'd shorted?
What?
And the absolute gift of a short on Friday was Coinbase was not Coinbase, was Circle at 262.
Oh yeah, that had a massive spike, didn't it?
Circle is being brutalized. Like,
It had a massive
brutalized.
Well, I think if you look at Circle, right? So when you look at like market structure and market psychology, I think Circle has had everything now. So you've had the markup, you've then had obviously the drop down, you've then had your complacency bounce, which is to push up to like 260, which then now begins like the proper thing. I think it comes down into $100, and that would probably be the bottom. I think it comes back into this region here of consolidation, and that is maybe the point of where like this is where you load up for another decent bounce, in my opinion, anyway. But I think that is like the complacency bounce. But I mean, it's unbelievable. That is such a fast run up and then pull back, innit?
Yeah, I've had. I'm in a group chat where someone's getting really upset because ASTS is. There's this. One of my stock groups I'm in. This guy is like, "Why is ASTS like being clobbered so hard?" And I was like, "Mate, it's literally been in price discovery. You're on an all-time high and the market's turned. Like, that's why it's down. That's why it's retraced. That's why it's retraced like 15% in 3 days. Like, price discovery.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I'm trying to talk him out of going in for another play until it gets down to a lower level. He's just gonna. This is the thing. Like, we're at a dangerous point because people will keep aping in, and like, I saw something the other day actually that was really interesting. It was like record numbers of like VIX options were being bought.
Yeah.
Which probably explains like why we're seeing this sell-off. Like, people were prepared. I wish I'd bought the VIX actually. What's the VIX at? I bet the VIX is spiking
17.
at the minute, isn't it?
17.
Yeah. Yeah, VIX up 4%. Yeah, crypto's been brutalized, hasn't it? Like the others. I'm still looking on the others total market cap. I'd like to see a retest of that 289.
Dan Williams says, take a shot every time Wizard says brutalized, then you will indeed be brutalized. There we go, yeah. We make sure you drop a like as well on the stream, please, everyone. Do drop a like on the stream. We are up to 18 likes. Let's push this over 20. I know you guys can do it.
Should I sell something and brutalize it?
I am going to see what happens with Bitcoin. I think from here onwards, I think my next level of interest to short will be like 121. And you may ask, well, why are you not interested in longing? I don't know. I just not. Like,
risk reward for longs has gone, in my opinion.
I think unless I just find it tricky with where everything's at. You're trying to. I wish I would have. Have you seen MSTR? It's already down. Like, from where we were looking at it last week. It's already down 8% from where I was talking about it last week, which is annoying. I wanted to load up some like long dated puts on that.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, there we go. Good. It was a good time to close out that short actually. Bitcoin's back up to 18.5K. So Not bad. But yeah, I think we'll leave the stream there for today. We've been on for 2 hours. So big thank you to everyone that's joined. I should be back on with my face cam tomorrow. Should be able to get the camera working. So we'll look forward to that. And mate, thank you for jumping on spontaneously. It's been great to have you on again. Always fun. And it's always good to have you on.
You're very welcome, Dave.
Yes.
Very
So,
welcome.
you're willing to jump on anytime you like, as you know. Just hit me a message
I'll
in the
arrange a
chat.
date with you next week. But I'll drop you a message because I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun for me, you, and Justin to do something as well, won't it?
Yeah, I think he's away now, isn't he? Until mid-August.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's away now until mid-August.
No more gold peanut. How much money do we reckon he's going to make by the pool, wherever he is?
Oh, loads. More enough to maybe stay there for the rest of time, wherever he's going. Permanently, just keep booking on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hugo's just Realism's just sent me. Before we go, Realism has got this this new AI data thing, and it basically pulls up a summary of the day. It looks really bullish, so it might be a time to look at longs. So I will pick that up and I'll let you know.
Interesting.
Right.
Well, yeah. Thank you for joining, everyone. Make sure you drop a big thumbs up. Make sure you come back tomorrow, and thank you again, mate, for jumping on.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
See you later. Catch you, everyone, tomorrow. Bye bye.